So we've been thinking about our lamb range for a long time, and it's apparent that in food service we're just not selling as much of it. When you go out, do you ever see lamb on a menu anymore? Very rarely. And that's really due to cost. So we're looking at what we can do to bring in something that means a whole meat option isn't missing from the menu, and that's why we're launching our new range of mutton. So we've got a really comprehensive range of products, so from the traditional legs, shoulders, mince and dice, we've also got cannons, we've got French trim racks, long bone racks, several other products like TTS, which is top side, top rump and silver side, which can be used for roasting. So lots of different varieties here. The products are actually really high quality, so they're highest quality mutton that you can get in the marketplace today. We've worked really closely with the supplier. It's all British Red Tractor. My favourite is the cannons. They're absolutely superb. They're really lean. They're beautiful to present on a plate. Sliced through, cooked medium rare, they're superb. The difference between lamb and mutton is that it's really based on teeth. So lamb don't have ear tags and passports like cattle have. So lamb is graded on their teeth. So it's when they get their first permanent incisors, they then move into hogget, and that kind of stays for about 6 months, and then mutton is after that. So it's all based on teeth, which seems really bizarre, but that's how it's graded. So looking at price, obviously this is key, and at the moment it's probably about 20% difference in the market at the moment between the cost of lamb and mutton, which makes it so much more affordable. So that's all from me. We're just now going to hand over to Ollie. He's going to cook some amazing dishes using this range.
First up with this exciting new mutton range, we're going to cook a parmesan crusted mutton roll, which will work as a bar snack or a starter. So first of all, we're going to take these beautiful cannons of mutton, which have obviously had the silver skin removed and the fat removed, and I'm just going to cut these into 3 little strips. And then just gently round off if they need it, but I don't want to round too much off, otherwise it's just a waste really. So we're going to tightly roll these little mutton rolls.
So chef, what's the purpose of rolling them?
Well, I just want a nice sort of sushi-like cylindrical form to them when I pane them, because the idea is I'm going to cut them into sort of little bite-sized pieces. Once they've had a nice chill, overnight if possible, or a couple of hours, just to create the form, I'm going to get a simple pane mix, so flour, egg and breadcrumbs. So with the breadcrumbs I'm going to do 50-50 or just under 50-50, weighing more on the bread side of things with breadcrumbs and parmesan. And then as a little labour save, I'm going to use liquid whole egg. Which comes in this handy sort of Tetra Pak.
So again, you could pane these in advance, chill them down and then cook them to order?
That's it, yeah, that's ideally what you would do. Roll in the egg. I'm going to do a double pane on this, so I'm going to double dip it straight back in just to give that thick crust.
So this is all about texture, it's giving the meat some texture.
Definitely, yeah, a little bit of crunch on the outside. I think the parmesan gives it a little unexpected hit of saltiness as well. So we've got these delicious flame roasted red peppers. Really smell the nice smoke on them. So I'm going to drop them in, seeds and all. Just a couple of tablespoons of sugar to that, just to take a little bit of that bitterness away. And then once I've worked out how to get this going, once that's had a nice blend, just gonna pour it in and we'll just let that warm up slightly on the stove. Right, so we're just going to drop the meat in here. Look at that. So we'll give that a little bit of a rest and then we'll nip the ends off, which is obviously the chef's treat. And then we'll just cut these into little bite-sized portions. Look at that, nice little Nice little blush on the mutton. Drizzle that sort of dipping sauce all over the plate. Dot these nice little sort of sushi sized bites. Mutton bites, and just a little garnish of spring onion curled up in ice water. A little bit of coriander. I think I've got some mint in here as well, little mint leaves. And some crispy onions. And that is our parmesan crusted mutton cannons with a little red pepper dipping sauce.